Hi everybody, thank you for watching this video. Today I would like to demonstrate how Curtain eLocker protects files stored in SolidWorks' new EPDM system. EPDM is a productivity and management system that allows companies to store and manage their design files with a locker protection. You can ensure that users cannot take files from the EPDM system to other locations if they are not authorized to do so. Before we demonstrate the protection for the EPDM system, I would like to briefly introduce the architecture of Curtain eLocker. In many companies, they use a file server to store and share information internally. Authorized users can log into shared folders to access files inside. However, when users have the right to access these folders, they can take the files out of the company through different channels, such as USB disks, email, printers, etc. With Curtain eLocker, administrators can define which shared folders they want to protect. If users need to access these eLocker-protected shared folders, they need to install our Curtain client on their workstations. During the installation of the Curtain client, a local protected directory will be automatically created on their workstations, forming a protected zone. Actually, the protected zone is combined by two areas: protected share folder in server side and the local protected directory in users' workstations. Controlled files can be used in these two locations. Users can directly open a file in the share folder or download it to the local protected directory. If they are not authorized, they cannot copy the file to other locations or even attach the file to an email. That is the architecture of Curtain eLocker. Now, let me show you my demo EPDM environment. Let me open the Curtain client. In this demo, one network drive is protected by Curtain eLocker. You can see that the protected zone is combined by the protected network drive and the local protected directory. For example, I can go to drive Y and open a file. You can see a small red icon at the top right corner. That means it is under eLocker control. Users can click this icon to see their permissions. Additionally, you can see a screen watermark on the protected document. Administrators can enable a screen watermark for specific applications or the full screen. The content of the screen watermark is configurable and can include user information such as computer name, login name, IP address, and date-time information. Furthermore, administrators can adjust the font, size, color, and transparency of the watermark. The screen watermark function effectively discourages users from capturing images of sensitive information and sharing them with others. This is the default control policy of eLocker. It means I can save this file within the protected zone, but I cannot save it to other locations, send it out, print, or even copy the content and paste it to other locations. If I try to save this file to another location, for example, let me try to save it to the desktop that is out of the protected zone. When I click the Save button, you can see that the action is stopped by eLocker, and a prompt will appear informing the user that the document is under security control. You can only save it to following location. Actually, these locations are within the protected zone. You can go back to the Curtain client to see the path or location of the protected zone. The software will guide the user to only save the file to following locations. It means to protected zone. We have another demo movie that demonstrates the basic functions and features of Curtain eLocker. Please refer to that movie for the basic features. In this demo movie, we focus on the protection for the EPDM system. The design of protecting the EPDM system is actually the same as protecting a file server. In the backend system, the EPDM server, the admin can enable eLocker protection for the EPDM server, and then users have to install the Curtain client on their workstations. Files from the EPDM system can only be checked out to the local protected directory. It means the local file vault is under the local protected directory, and as a result, files can only be used within the protected zone. On the user's workstation, there is a shortcut called Secure EPDM Client. Since the EPDM system is protected by eLocker, we can only use this shortcut to access the EPDM system. Let me double-click this icon. Now, I'll go into the system and log in. We have created a local file vault, which is the EPDM view folder under Drive E, and we have used eLocker to protect this local folder. If we go back to the Curtain client, you can see that this folder is under the local protected directory, meaning it is protected by eLocker. If you try to access this folder through my computer under the EPDM folder, you won't be able to enter this folder. It is because this folder is protected by eLocker. You can only access this folder by using the Secure EPDM system. Actually, the Secure EPDM client is the same as a normal EPDM client. Users can still perform check-in, check-out, and double-click to open a file. Let me try to open this design document, which is a SolidWorks file. It will be opened by SolidWorks. You can see that this file is open in SolidWorks and still under eLocker protection. Because you can see the small red icon, it means this file is under eLocker protection. When I click this small red icon, again, you can see it is to user permission. I can work with this file, but I cannot save it to other locations. If I try to save it to the desktop, again, it is protected and blocked by eLocker because the location is out of protected zone. Now you can see how eLocker protects the EPDM system. In some cases, if you don't want to control some VIP users, we have a function called exception. Administrators can allow some workstations to access the EPDM system without a locker protection. If you want to know how to set up this EPDM protected environment, we have another movie that demonstrates that. Please refer to that movie for more information. You can visit our website, go to the FAQ section, and find related information. For example, enter EPDM in search, and you can find related topics such as how to set up protection for the EPDM system. You can find detailed steps there. This is the end of this demo movie. Thank you for watching.